Hello, and welcome to Wise Words of Bigfoot. Welcome back. We're in Dialtown. I'm Mott's.
I'm Mantis.
And Bigfoot's about to talk.
Yes, after Theodore blew up the zoo.
Yes.
Are you gonna do Bigfoot?
Oh, do you want to do Bigfoot? Oh, no, you should do Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Good.
I was trying to think, what kind of voice do you think Bigfoot has?
A Tarzan voice, maybe? I don't know.
You help me good. Bigfoot good. You good. You good as are. There he goes.
And he went, and he ran. He got too embarrassed. Okay, there he goes, sprinting off into the woods.
I was half expecting a love confession from Bigfoot, honestly, given where the last episode was going.
Ha!
Huh. Bigfoot sees the good in me. Do you think he decided to leave at that moment because he sensed he was no longer needed? That his work here was done?
Nah, he just sort of does that.
How? You know, I have to admit I'm a tad surprised. Actually, now referring to how I feel right now as simply being surprised is like calling the twister that sucked up your paw a light breeze.
Is that a country expression, or like...
My paw was killed in a twister. Look, when we met, I figured your talk of helping folks was nothing more than manipulative horses.
You were just like, no.
Pretty sus, honestly.
Looked at Phonegingi, yeah, no.
That you were nothing but a green charlatan trying to sucker me into letting you use and then discard me like this country had. But you helped raise Bigfoot's self-esteem. Is there even a word in the dictionary for the kind of good deed where you give Bigfoot a helping hand? Sainthood. There certainly ain't one in the Bible, that's for darn sure.
I'm sure there is, dude. It's a thick book. It's likely in there somewhere.
Is there anyone in this town you haven't helped?
Bunny? I crushed him.
Well, maybe you've improved Bunny's life. He wasn't here to be part of the mingling.
He wasn't here to be part of the mingling. I can think of one. I can think of a couple, actually. It's not too late for you, you know. It's never too late.
Certainly didn't help little Billy.
No, not little Billy.
Look, you got your eggs back. Whoop-de-doo, but... well, the mayor still has it out for us. Probably more so now that we've blown up the zoo. We've bested her goons, sure. But considering the lengths she's gone to try to take us down... What I'm trying to say is I don't reckon this is gonna end with a peaceful heart-to-heart.
We don't have to forfeit the happy ending that we deserve.
Look, I don't want to mislead you. You're a kind-hearted person, Phonegingi. You help people.
Somehow.
Somehow. I ain't like you. The mayor certainly ain't anything like you.
What are you saying, Norm?
I'm saying I don't want to implicate you in this any more than I already have. our deal was for us to partner up till we reached Mayor McCatface and nothing more. Best just step aside when we reach the mayor. Let me and her sort our business out on our own. Unlike me, you ain't too deep in all this just yet. I don't want you to pay the price for what I've finally realized I need to sort out once and for all. And for whatever it's worth, I'm grateful that you brought me back here. That you went to the trouble of helping the good folks of Dialtown out just because you felt like it. You really just felt like it. If Dialtown had more folks like you and your friends walking around, I wouldn't have turned a blind eye for as long as I did. We should get moving, I reckon.
That's enough sappy talk. I'm going now. Aren't you taking Theodore's rifle with you?
Nah. Thinking about it further, I think it's best we just use my single action for what I've gotta do. When every hundredth of a jiffy marks the difference between life and sudden death, I think it's probably best to stick with what's familiar to you, you know? I dropped it at our feet back when the dynamite went off, if you want to grab it.
Okay.
I can't be trusted with such power. I feel like we should put a save here.
It's still a route divergence, but then again, the game also said good luck at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
I don't know. 2 against 1 seems kind of dirty, you know?
It's possible that the game might not inform us of route diverging choices.
I completely believe that. I'm trying to improve myself to be a good human being.
Fine, be that way then. But if you don't take it, then we may as well consider this as us leaving the rifle on the ground for one of the escaped baboons to pick up.
Should we take the rifle or leave it?
Who might prevent baboons from harming themselves?
Who might prevent baboons from harming themselves?
I don't know. On the one hand, I'm kind of on the side of take the rifle, just because like it could be used as a bargaining piece with Norm.
That's true.
Like, on the other hand, I'm also like, Mingus sees 2 people come in armed. There's no way that she's going to be in a let's negotiate mood.
Yeah.
She's certainly gonna, oh yeah, you're here to kill me.
Yeah.
It is also entirely possible.
This is just a flavor.
Yeah.
Also possible. Like,
Phonegingi might legitimately chuck it in like a dumpster in like 2 minutes.
We're gonna see what happens, but I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. That's the only moral decision here.
Atta goblin.
Ha! I love that.
That ought to shorten the rest of this whole ordeal. Come on, Phonegingi. Let's clear out this crackling cesspit that's crawling with critters.
Oh!
Phonegingi makes a sound much akin to Chewbacca. Oh dear gods!
Well, actually, this is your voice.
Yeah.
Also the giraffes.
Yeah.
We're just fucked. Town's fucked. Okay.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, this isn't much of an improvement.
I'm genuinely surprised that it's gotten this bad. I am genuinely shocked that blowing up a zoo would cause this. I reckon the zoo's walls would have shielded downtown from even some of the raging inferno and riled up animals.
What walls? The ones that just exploded?
Fair point. At any rate, there's only one thing left for us to do. Get to town hall and confront that damn mayor, and then something happened. Oh no, she's here! Oh fuck!
I'd like to say, I honestly would not be surprised if you told me Mingus had already evacuated out of the city.
Well, things are going pear-shaped.
Heard the explosions. Goodbye. Getting on my personal jet.
On my personal jet. You stitched together sloth! You... What does that say?
Viridescent.
You viridescent villain! Well, that's the wrong voice. Well, looky who it is. She found us. I've been waiting a long time for... Out of my way, freak!
This is between me and the green.
This is between me and the green one!
She literally can't even assume Norm is responsible.
Yeah. Excuse me!
Me? But I thought... Isn't Norm your nemesis?
That pistol-wielding ingrate, my nemesis! My office is full to the brim with hippos and fire! Do you even know the full extent of what you've done?
Flaming hippos. Okay. The flaming hippos are news to me, admittedly. You've torn apart the social order of Dialtown, the society that I've so tirelessly cultivated, like a depraved dog in a manger. Listen here, Missy. My friend ain't here to pick a fight with ya. I am. I've been itching to teach you a lesson for a long time. Oh, that's rich. The bumbling hick from bumfuck nowhere is going to teach the mayor of Dialtown a lesson. Norm, you are nothing to me. Before today, you hadn't entered my head once since the day I kicked you to the curb. Just as I'd planned, you spent every day after your exile from Dialtown camped out in the wilderness, stewing in your own bitterness, like a petulant toddler stuck in a timeout. Okay, Mingus, I think we need to take a step back.
Yeah. But then...
Hey! Oh no! That's a thumbnail right there.
Yeah, it is. You should have torn your head from your shoulders and hurled it into the next state, just like the others suggested.
You were right not to listen to them, though. I am much like a starfish and would have just reproduced into two Phonegingies.
I should have filled you with so much lead that you'd set off metal detectors in Minnesota!
Still wouldn't kill me.
Oh, you! It was all going exactly to plan. Every single one of my specifications diligently met, and then you dragged him back to town after years of sulky inactivity, divided and deterred by my best goons. And now, the whole city has been set ablaze. Years of planning, all disintegrated in a single crime spree. And for what?
Eggs.
Eggs! delicious egg. For a deranged monster who can't tell where they're not wanted. Hang on. Now, Missy, if you want to pick a... Norm, how are you not getting this? Shut up! I don't care about you! Is this between me and the tailed one?
This is between two tailed individuals.
Yes. Frankly, it's beyond laughable that you somehow think that you're in the loop. That you understand why any of this is happening. You're a pathetic little man, Norm. And you want me to consider you a significant variable in all this? After you spent the last 3 years of your life licking your wounds in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, too afraid of me to strike back? You're nothing! And if you weren't a freak, you wouldn't stand out to me at all!
Are you okay?
Huh. T. Oh, so I'm the freak? Someone clearly can't see any further than her whiskers. You're as strange as they come, Missy. You're a fucking Catwoman. Difference is, you get to boss others around and tell honest folks of this town that what they have to consider normal. There ain't nothing normal about you, though, no siree. None of this has anything to do with what I consider normal, you bagged cretin. This is how Dialtown is meant to be. Well, not this right now, not on fire, but...
Dialtown really is a dump.
My grandfather's vision. Yeah, well, unlike you, I've actually met your grandpappy. I knew Callum Crown, the real Callum Crown. Not the face plastered on that postcard that you've been clutching for all these years. Hell, I saw the Dialtown that you're trying to recreate with my own very eyes. That's how the sentence was written. I definitely didn't rearrange letters and words. The Dialtown of today ain't nothing but a soulless husk of what it once was.
Meanwhile, in the background, you have Phonegingi, who's just on the phone, like, yeah, Oliver, the S is going sideways. Get down here. I think Norm's gonna shoot the mayor. The mayor does not care at all. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm on the phone, man.
I'm on the phone, man! I feel like Oliver would drive down, but only to pick up Phonegingi, not to actually help, because Oliver is just like, yeah, fuck that. You should not get involved with that. And you're a soulless husk of a leader, too, unfit to carry Crown's name or lead his city. Back in our day, pussycats weren't left in charge of whole cities. Excuse me? I've reinvigorated this town, revitalized it. This town has grown, developed, blossomed because of my vision, my leadership.
My exorbitant taxes.
My exorbitant voter fraud. I am the blood that flows through this city's, this town's veins. I've earned my place here. Through, again, voter fraud, but that's not the point. Yeah, and I soared above smoke-filled battlefields and godforsaken war zones for this country. Hell, even jet off into space, all for Uncle Sam. I forged new frontiers, sacrificed my old life for this country. And now, thanks to you, I've gone from jettisoning bombs from aircrafts to being the one jettisoned. Some thanks I've gotten for my service, eh? I'd say the same for your grandpappy's service to our country. Festered away in that old nursing home, without a single memory left in that head of his. He deserved better. You think I don't know that? All of this, I'm doing it for him! Bullshit! None of this is for him.
Karen, please, you have to.
Karen! The one responsible one! Come pick me up! Everything's on fire and I'm scared!
I called Randy, but he's asleep.
Somewhere in the distance, sheep herder Jerry is just like, oh dear.
Sheep Jerry looked
glow
over.
from afar.
It's just like, oh no. Begins hurriedly wheeling towards Dialtown.
Throwing trash like me and Phonegingi out of Dialtown. Having your mug replaced with a replica of his old cat's face. You really think any of that's gonna make Pawpaw able to love you any more than he still can? I'm trying to make him remember, damn it!
I was wondering about that.
I'm trying to make him remember who he was, what he did for the world. That makes sense. I've done everything I could think to make him remember. I've taken him to locations around town that he would recognize, brought him to other people who knew him. Even God wasn't able to fix what was broken inside Pawpaw's head. Hell, even my head, modeled to my exact specifications, to resemble his old cat. Wow. The day after they took the bandages off, I visited him in the nursing home. I was so sure he'd remember. I'd see some life in him. Something. Once he saw my face, the face of his old cat again. But no! As I sat beside him, clutching his hand with mine, my grandfather wouldn't even look at me. He was gazing at something outside. Something frolicking around outside, just outside his bedroom window.
Was it me?
Was it Phonegingi? Pawpaw was so transfixed that he wouldn't even glimpse at me. Do you know what he was staring at instead?
Again, are you okay?
Oh.
You have had to voice both of these characters back to back.
Could I have some water?
Yeah. Here you go.
I'm okay at the moment.
That's good.
What helps is that Mingus, and I'm starting to like a little bit waver her voice a bit. It's starting to become more similar to the Phonegingi voice. But what helps is that they have very different voices.
Yeah.
So it just sort of takes me a second to kind of recalibrate instead of it being like, that's a voice that's very close to, each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talking.
Yeah, so that's what I'm more worried about. What?
You! Rummaging around, eating from the open trash cans in a nearby alley just outside his window. I'd gotten my whole face reconstructed just to see that old man smile, and he wouldn't even look at me. Instead, his gaze consumed by the trash-eating menace sauntering about outside. You!
Norm, I couldn't see this coming, Norm.
You tumor! You pox! You parasite!
This isn't my fault.
It isn't. I was so close!
You don't know that.
My final chance to recreate this postcard. Do you remember it? So you are in the postcard.
Maybe. It's familiar, yeah.
This is Dialtown, as it was in 1966, the year of the dial-up. I've tried my hardest to recreate Uptown from his time, using the image on this postcard. But you've been a perpetual thorn in my side since the very first moment I became aware of you. One day, I decided to take him to the park, and we spotted your tent, a burlap blemish on the landscape. I tried recreating this photograph, amassed a crowd in Uptown to take the place of the one shown in the postcard, hoped that he'd step into frame, take his place in front of the crowd, only to realize that the cinema had been converted to a horror attraction, throwing the whole image off. Apparently you had a hand in that.
What is that even supposed to mean in that second one, Phonegingi?
I'm not sure.
Oliver's Road classic.
What does that even mean? Because of you, I had to threaten that Dickens geezer with draconian legal ramifications for unauthorized site alterations, just to get him to revert the outside of that ghastly attraction to its former appearance. Oh, I guess that's why.
Huh.
The next time I passed through Uptown, the front of the bank was plastered with help wanted signs because of the bank's reputably reliable teller upped and left on a whim without giving proper notice at all. Sure enough, as it turns out, you had a hand in that too.
Look at Norm. He's just soaking all this in.
Drinking it in, just drinking it in. It was you. It's always been you. I've strived tirelessly to establish a natural order, to cultivate a better, no, a perfect Dialtown. Only to have you ruin it each and every time. What, so, 'cause they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, whenever you wanted to recreate your little photograph, they just had to leave town? Mighty fine leadership you're part of here, missy. You had a year without Phonegingi. I mean, if you weren't able to get it to work without Phonegingi, I'm not sure it's gonna happen. None of this was personal, you cretin, not at first. Just like you, Phonegingi was nothing more than another problem that just needed to be steamrolled. Something in my way. But no! You resisted each and every attempt I made to resolve this peacefully, to remove you without using force. When I tried that, you burned my city to the ground. They didn't start the fire. I'm just kidding.
The fire was here. Hey, I didn't start the fire. Theodore, I indirectly influenced things that led to the town catching on fire. What I did is probably like the manslaughter equivalent of arson, you know?
Accidental arson?
Legally, I'm probably not to blame.
Legally? I don't care about the... I am the law! Phonegingi is a free citizen, missy. They have just as much a right to live here as anyone else. They aren't costing just anyone else the chance to come back. This is my grandfather we're talking about. The visionary who changed the world. The greatest man to have ever lived. You want me to sacrifice the last shot I have to bring him back. Oh, for a worthless parasite? They've done more for this Dialtown than you ever have. This worthless parasite has aided your people, Missy, enriched the lives of your most downtrodden citizens.
Oh, Randy doesn't count.
Ah! Oh, well, you robbed the citizens of this here town blind, using their hard-earned dollars to line the pockets of you and your cabal. Things ain't gonna get better for this town till you're the one who's out of the picture.
I would like to say, Norm, that if I'm trying to recreate the 1960s, of course I have to enrich my cabal. It's the 60s.
Ah! You have no idea what you're talking about. This backwater town will be nothing without me. You think these backwater hicks would do anything without me? That Dialtown would have a future without my guidance? They need governance.
I think they might need a fire department now.
Right now they need a fire department, yeah. Do you really see your own citizens that way? Oh, your grandpappy would have hated you. I'm going to fucking kill you. Uh-oh. And when I'm done with you, I'll move to your green friend and splay them out in front of the whole town. I'm going to pick each and every stitch out of their head with my claws and send them each and every one of them to my enemies. So they'll know what happens when nobodies like you two mess with Mayor Mingus' crown.
Now, hang on, just...
You've ruined enough lives, Missy. You're out of chances, out of time, and shit out of luck. I'm putting you down, here and now.
Norm, wait.
You fool! I have cat-like reflexes. I could leap faster than a bullet could leave that barrel of your gun. You'd miss, and then I'd gouge your eyes out with my razor-sharp claws. Do you honestly think you can leap faster than a speeding bullet?
She does, Norm.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
Norm.
Go ahead, try, make my day. You'd miss. I don't miss. I'm concerned. This is the narrator.
So, here we are. Together we departed, and together we... What the...
Pregnate?
Pregnate? Pregante? No, I laid my eggs back in Act 1, don't you remember? God, am I pregnant again? Phonegingi, it's a pleasure as always. Oh, hey, narrator.
It's your turn to talk to yourself.
I feel like we haven't talked in a while. Truth be told, I haven't had much to say since you met Norm.
Fair.
Well, I haven't had to say much, rather. I suppose I was more useful back when you were a hermit and didn't care about anyone else. You know, back when you didn't have anyone else to keep you from wandering into oncoming traffic. But now, look at you. Dare I say you've blossomed. I have? Can I unblossom?
Can I unblossom?
You've got a family, Phonegingi. A dysfunctional one, granted, and Yes, one full of people who aren't actually related in the slightest.
But a family.
And sure, okay, one of them happens to be Bigfoot. But as they say, a family which happens to contain Bigfoot is still, by definition, a family. You've come a long way, Phonegingi. Wow. Epic. Oh hey, you're good at explaining things, right? Apparently so, yes. So, what's going on right now? I'm not following any of this, to be honest with you. I was distracted by the fire and actively keeping these two from catching on fire or being run over by, like, a buffalo.
Phonegingi's been actually playing, like, defense to this fire and, like, the roaming animals.
They've been yelling at each other, and Phonegingi's got like a bucket and is trying to extinguish the city. Are you... Norm's going to kill Mayor Mingus. That is, unless she is, in fact, able to outleap a speeding bullet. In which case, she's going to gouge his eyes out with her claws before he can reload. Are you willing to just stand there and let this happen? Well, I choose to believe that both of them have paused and are looking at Phonegingi, who's talking to themselves.
Are you okay over there?
This is it. Speak up, Phonegingi. The ending of this story is in your lime-hued hands. Yeah, alright, here I go. Norm.
Phonegingi, this ain't a good time. We can talk once I...
Norm! Oh no. Ooh boy. Don't shoot, please.
Pardon? Did you seriously think I was gonna back down this far into our into my journey?
I was really hoping so. But Norm, together we departed.
Phonegingi, can't you see? I'm doing this for you, for all of Dialtown. This town doesn't have hope in hell of surviving under that cat's paw.
The town doesn't have a hope in surviving in hell due to the fire, Norm.
This town has survived the test of time, and that's precisely because of me. Without my grandfather's leadership, this town would have been nothing better than a glorified truck stop. I've bided my time for long enough. When Papa comes back, he ain't coming back! You're unfit to lead, unfit to serve. You're being retired, like it or not.
Norm, don't do this.
I'm not letting this cat-faced charlatan just take your only home away from you. Let her take you away from Dialtown.
Dialtown was the friends we made along the way, Norm.
Maybe Dialtown was always within us.
Are you really doing all of this just for me?
At this point, I honestly reckon I am. Forget my grudge with the mayor for a moment. If anyone has earned their place in this town, it's you!
Wait, I'm just a creature, Norm.
You don't give up on people. You didn't give up on me. Even now you're still trying to save my hide. I don't care if I sound nuttier than a squirrel shitting, shatting. Stating it. That's stating, not shatting. I don't care if I sound nuttier than a squirrel stating it. Dialtown just can't afford the loss of someone like you.
If you're doing this for me, can I ask you just one favor?
Please don't say it.
Please drop the gun.
Phonegingi, she'll steamroll you with a literal steamroller. Oh, believe me, I will with a steamroller. See? Right out of the cat's mouth. She admits it.
Shh, I'm trying to save your hide here.
She doesn't deserve any mercy, Phonegingi.
You don't have to do this.
Except I do.
You don't. You have friends now. You don't have to go after all this is over. We outnumber her. We'll stand behind you. She'll gladly kick out 7 people. That is, if you don't prove her right.
Phonegingi.
This is your one-shot, Norm. To prove years of propaganda wrong. Your one shot to prove the mayor a liar.
I can't believe it. For years I dreamt of this moment and you just talked me down from it.
How good.
Pumpkin just falls over. Okay. I'm gonna take a nap down here now.
You're your own man, Norm. You're showing mercy because you care about justice. Deep down, you know this shouldn't be your decision alone. This should be the people's. We'll hold a vote. As to whether or not Norm should shoot Mingus.
Democratically, chosen trial by fire. I'm backing off. She's all yours. Challenger approacheth. Do you honestly think that telling your hick friend to holster his pistol changes anything? I am beloved by this town. I am the blood that flows through Dialtown's veins, just like my grandfather was. I am the most essential component to this backwater cesspit. An enforcer, no. A liberator. You couldn't dream of achieving a fraction of what I have. I'm not just going to make Papa remember who he is. Oh no! I'm going to make him proud, damn it!
Oh God. I wanted to say, like, we are over time, but I don't know how much longer is left in this story, because we seem to be at, like, the end, but at the same point, you know...
We seem to be at the end, but there might be a wrap-up.
Yeah, there definitely has to be some sort of a wrap-up, right?
Usually.
Like, should we stop?
My gut's telling me we pause.
Alright.
I want to know.
We'll have to stop there.
We'll come back and see if we can convince Mayor Mingus.
We just need to talk down Mingus now.
Settling things with Mingus. I just gotta talk down Mingus from her insanity.
Oh dear gods. This has been quite the adventure.
Yes.
I hope you've enjoyed.
Yeah. I know I have. We'll see you guys next time to find out what goes on, and if we can talk Mingus out of her insane idea that she might be able to bring Callum back.
Yeah.
Her understandable but insane idea. Anyway, see you guys.
See ya.